Hi, this is BB. I'm gonna upload a clip. It's 20 seconds long. My house is very dirty, like very untidy, I should say. This is going at me all day long. And yeah, people will judge me on it, say I'm crazy, yeah. I'm the only person in the world with an untidy house, mind you. And I am taking full responsibility for it. But that's the source of the problem. Don't look past anything else, y'all. Look past how untidy the house is. Focus on that and focus on judging me because of that, not what's really happening. Do what the multitudes do. It's fun for them. But anyway, let's move past the fun part and get to the serious part. It's I don't know if you have noticed, like this guy, the singer, Justin, right? The singer. His wife has had a stroke. Now, these are young people. Now he has a right side facial paralysis. A right side facial paralysis. I'm blanking out when I think of the name of the thing, but what it is, he said it's like the COVID. Now I've always said something about COVID. COVID, look at COVID. What is COVID? COVID is causing fluid in your lungs, congestion, causing your lungs to collapse, causing a whole bunch of it's mostly to do with pus, inflammation. It is mostly what to do with now these. You ever notice people who are suffering from these things? What they say, right? Mostly they can't breathe. Now, what's the virus? The virus is it's derived from the SARS virus, right? Its cousin. It's COVID-19. They had to run, the 19 is significant. So the strain, is it influenza? Is it a form of influenza? Is it derived from SARS? But what I'm saying, let's put a label on it. The symptoms are the same. To gang stalkers, to people who, let's just not even say the word gang stalkers, the people who have these devices and who are electrocuting others, it was like a floodgates open up for them. Many things happened with that. Many things happened. People weren't congregating anymore. People weren't, businesses were just closing. People were just buying a whole bunch of stuff and stayed indoors. Now, I don't know what was that supposed to be. I believe that there's a change coming, a massive change. And with that change will bring a lot of different kinds of laws. Because a lot of things that were hidden and is hidden, or people are trying to keep it hidden right now, is going to come to light. Certain acknowledgements of certain things are going to come to light. And certain people, these assholes who are doing this, they don't want that to happen. They don't want that to happen. Because they're the ones who will have to flee into the woods. They're the ones, because the law will know how to find them and where to find them. But there are some of them, I believe, who don't want to do that. They would rather put it on other people like me, a single woman all alone. They must have been, somebody used the word grooming. They've been grooming me for a long time without my knowledge. I'll spit in that woman's face any day of the week and take her on in a court of law. In her fucking face. In her face. In her fucking ugly face. I will spit in her face. Well, what I'm saying is that the young couple, stroke, early age, now he has a facial right side paralysis. So, what do you think about that? It's like, is it something in the house, you think? A young couple. I don't think they had indications of it before they got together. It's a disease. Doctor will find something to link it to, because it's a grouping of symptoms that's synonymous with this disease. Disease A, disease B, disease C, it's synonymous. It will be grouped with that. I think it's a little bit more than that. You have to look at things a little unorthodox sometimes. There are different ways of doing things. Just because the grouping of symptoms is synonymous with this disease doesn't mean it's that. It automatically comes under that heading. But then it goes unchallenged. It's not like it can't be that. Let's look a little deeper. They come up with this and they group it, and that's okay. It works most of the time. But times are changing now. There's a lot more crap that's going on out there. These frequencies being directed at people, innocent and guilty alike. Could be guilty of most of the people it's being directed to is not guilty of any crimes, because it's the criminals who are doing this, are directing it to other people. They're like a bunch of zoo animals with a bunch of clicking devices and whatever they're using, and they're going hog wild. They've got no filters, no accountabilities. They expect the victims, the people they're directing the energy weapons at, to die, so they will go unchallenged as well. Or left in a stroke, left with early dementia, death. Death is what they're hoping for mostly. Now, why are they doing this? Why us? You stop to ask yourself that question. Why you? Why you? I get it. Again, not all of us are activists. Not all of us are outspoken. Not all of us are dark-skinned, so driving while black. Not all of us are political activists, animal activists, speaking out against the police department, stuff like that. Not all of us are doing that. I'm a woman of color. I have white extraction. My grandfather was Russian, pure blood, pure Caucasian. But I'm a mixture of Caucasian and Indian, from India. So, with that being said, it's like I'm a woman of color. In naturally all white person, I would be considered a woman of color, and that's okay with me. I'm not transparent, so I am a woman of color. So are they, actually. Isn't it weird? To white people, you say I'm a woman of color, but so are you. You have color too. You're not transparent. I can see you, which means you have some substance. You got color. So that should fade away with, not because it's politically wrong to say so, but stupidity. It's a little bit of sense should step into. I don't know. I just feel that way. The terms that I hear people use, I think it's not only that, but when people say straight or gay, right? Straight or what? Gay or what? Non-gay? You can call me gay or non-gay, but don't tell me that you identify as being straight. Now, what does that mean? Straight-laced? What is that? What does the straight refer to? I don't understand that. Does that mean I'm bent out of shape? Does that mean you're bent out of shape? Does that mean you're twisted? No. So I don't understand it, but I was just bringing that into it because I'll find a lot of things just I think about. But anyway, when it coming back to what do you think they would target us for? Why would they target us? Why would they target me and you, particularly me and you? I'm not an activist. I'm not these things. And most of you, prior to this experience, have probably never been on YouTube airing out all this crap. Say, you didn't have a reason to. Why? I feel I got manipulated by these people to put my face out there and to say these things, to sound like I'm a crazy person. Now, why would they do this? Why? Why would they do this? My website is there. Then they started attacking my Google ads, which gave me a certain amount of anonymity. My clients knew me because they would talk to me on the phone. I've been there for 4.5 years. No problems. No problems. And I mean 0 problems and 0 hitches. Everything was fine. Algorithms changed. Google changed policies. Everybody did different things. Every 2 days something is changing. Every 6 months something is changing. Everything is changing. Everything is changing, yeah. My website changed with it. People's needs remains the same. Like a friend told me that maybe because it's a recession. Thing to note, when people are hurting is when they go to churches, when they seek spiritual advisors, spiritual leaders, counselors. They come to us when there's a problem and they're seeking help. Life coaches, motivation coaches, spiritual coaches, priests, reverends, mentors, psychologists, psychiatrists, therapists, counselors, anything. Best friend, a hotline, anything. There's more of a need now. It's not less clients looking for my services. It's just my ads being messed with. Even now, when my not friends, well, the friends too, my clients, even older clients whose names are there on the caller ID, it's showing up now as wireless caller. Wireless caller. The internet company, I said I'd made a call back, had a call back. When they did call me back, it showed up as Lumpkin something. Lufkin or something. I can't remember what it was. I showed it to you. I don't understand. I mean, do you experience so many of them that I'm experiencing? Because I'm experiencing a hell of a lot, no matter which phone I use. This is the thing. They're not. They just, people hear you say, well, look at this is what I see. Oh, that's nothing. But if you're hitting that 3, 4, 5, 6 times a day, every day, then something is wrong. Where you have people calling and you're not getting the calls. And if you try to call the number back, if you see a missed call and you call the number back, it's telling you this number is no longer in service. That happens quite a lot. Quite a lot. It's not a one-time deal or like it happens once a month. No. It's all the time. The number is not in service. So again, what I'm saying is that why us? Why us? Why do you think they wanted me to put my face out there? I'm not the prettiest woman in the world. I'm not the ugliest one by any means either. Why do they want me to put my face out there? Why this manipulation? And like I said, how easy it was when, in retrospect, when I look at it, it's easy for them to have manipulated me. What are the odds that I would move here when there's a woman across the way who is actually experiencing the same thing I do? And she's been experiencing it before I moved here in the area. That's what I'm saying. What are the odds you think I ended up here? Is it kismet? Or is it careful orchestration of a group of hackers? I think it is. I don't think it's kismet here. I think they're taking fate into their own hands and they're manipulating people's lives. Something about Oklahoma, I don't know. I don't know. The thing with Oklahoma, and I did not know this, because when I first moved to the U.S., I spent a year and a half in Ohio. Then I moved to California. Now, California houses really don't have attics, especially apartments, and they don't have basements. Oklahoma is different. Oklahoma has both attics and basements, because this is tornado country. This basements and attics. These are places where people can crawl into. These are places where people can crawl into. I didn't know that. Now I do. So again, attack my business, brought it to its knees, limits my income. How easy this was. Limit it, and then keep it up. Keep up that limitation. Watch it. You know, the number of input interested in my services get smaller and smaller and smaller. That's one. Filtering what I see on the internet, because that's what I heard. The University of Iowa said it. If you have somebody who was taking hold of your router, the word he used was, "we are screwed." Because you will only see what they want you to see. They will filter everything. It's actually on YouTube. They were bringing awareness to what is possible out there. They were the ones who talked about this guy who got arrested. FBI show up at his door and arrested him for, I think, child pornography or some form of pornography. Because it was his IP address or his internet or something. I don't know what it was. And he kept insisting he didn't do this. I guess it caused them to look a little deeper. Then they found out it was the neighbor who was doing it, hacking into his system and using it via his system. This is what I'm afraid of. This is from the University of Iowa. These are people who know what they're talking about. Who knows what they're talking about. These are not fly-by-nights. They're qualified to speak this. This is a real life experience, I'm sure. So that's part of the problem. So why me? How easy it was to bring me here? Because I'm looking now. You know, the person only got $5 to spend. You're going to see a bunch of things that is within like $4.95, $4.85, $5. And it'll be where you're calling now, and they're controlling your phone. The only call that'll go through is the one place they want to put you in. See, this is how easy it is to control a person's whole life like that, to bring them down, dwindle them. Why would they do this though? Is it because they stole from me? Okay, they stole from me. My face isn't on any of those stamps. They don't need me. Well, see, it's authentic. No. My family's faces aren't on any of those stamps. So, again, what is this about? The only way is if they killed someone in the accumulation of it, or it's just the way they do things. They feel like they have to suppress the person until they die to... Is it for esoteric reasons? Is it for religious reasons? Is it they're just crazy? They're just really batshit fucking crazy? And there's no rhyme, no reason. It's just they like to kill, steal, and kill. So they don't just steal from you, they'll kill you too. I don't understand. What is it? What is this about? If they wanted me to look back, I did not look back even for my own inheritance, because I wasn't brought up where you're looking for something. Everybody, my dad was a hard worker. My grandma was a hard worker. My grandpa was a hard worker. My mom was a hard worker. And I grew up seeing people putting their energy, didn't sit down and wait for something to be handed to them. Like I said, I call these people who are doing this to me trust fund babies. Other people's trust funds. Other people's trust funds. So with that being said, is like, I did not even look back. When I heard that my father died in 2017, I didn't even look back. I just was like, okay, what happened to the, you know, the house, the property? And I didn't even think anything of it. I had remembered the stamps since 2004, and I asked my cousin that my grandfather was staying with them at the time that he passed, did you find the stamp? He said no. I never looked back for it. I never thought about it in all those years. Maybe even if I did, I never really, you know, because I just, okay, no, and I just moved on. So what the hell were they doing really here? What are they doing? If they're the ones who have access to these devices, this computer program, whatever, and there's people out there doing all kinds of stupid shit, what are they doing? Is she using me for some reason to put my face out there talking about it? It's like it'll go either way. It'll be good for her because the police will catch them, or they will kill me and she will get away with what they've stolen from me. I don't know. I feel like I'm being used as a pawn. But she's trying to kill me too, so I don't understand that. Maybe because the people are not doing anything. Because I'm a woman, single. I'm not a threat to these people, but I'm a threat, might be a threat to she and the boyfriend. Because they stole from me. Massively they stole. So that could be a possibility. You see how my mind works? I keep looking to find possible ways of why this is. So when I invite you to do the same, if you're not an activist, if you're not being harassed by the police, it doesn't matter the color of your skin. You could be green or purple, it doesn't matter. If you're not being, because white people get harassed by the police too. It doesn't matter the color of your skin. Brown people, yes. Black people, yes. It happens. Because some police officers, I guess they just like to show their power. They think that gun and that badge gives them power to mess with people. But not all of them do. Not all of them do. There's still good guys out there and good gals out there who literally just want to keep the peace, to make things better. I know there is. They have to be. They have to be out there. They're the ones we're going to need in the end to set this right. And you're not, you know, an activist, you're not outspoken, you're not a whistleblower, you're not, you know, then ask yourself why. And how could this be involved with the police? Because everybody says it's government funded or government programming, right? Okay. But why you? Why you? I mean, why not like a whole group of people? Because they will have no qualms about that. Why you in particular? And even if this did happen in the past where the police did target a group of people and the government did experiment on a group of people, again, these people are seeing that. They've seen it. And they know how this goes. That nobody does anything in the end. And they're following the same protocol so that they can get away with it too. Everybody will blame the police. Everybody will blame the government. Everybody will blame what they call deep state. And nobody does anything. This is called life. Now, what I explained to you how I was pivoted here. You see how easy that was? If they have the tools, see how easy that was? That's not deep state. A group of two chuckleheads can do that. That's not deep state. That's not government programming. That's somebody who can hack. Well, basically it was mostly the hacking. Because they hacked and destroyed my business and my phones. They cloned it or whatever, and they're filtering everything. Just hacking, you see how you could pivot somebody's life. I'm just saying, be open-minded. Have an open mind. and look at it realistically. And you might find that you are worth more than you're giving yourself credit for. It's your mind, you're smart, you're intelligent, you're beautiful, and you are a threat to these people in some way. They see you as a threat because you don't think like them. You think outside the box, outside of their box. They want to put us in boxes. I say no. No boxes today. We're breaking out.